Play that knowledge right there. Woo! You hear that bass? Man, let me chill, man. We back here today, man. We back here today, Leisure Knicks Weekly, man. Had to do one before the season restarts on Friday. Got the Wizards, I believe, coming up on Friday. And I want to say the Celtics on, you hear that bass? Oh. Sorry, we got New Orleans, then Boston, excuse me. Yeah, we got some things to talk about, man. New York Knicks, can we get to 50? At 33 and 27 is gonna be tough, man. 17 more wins. Yeah. Out of 22, I doubt it, but we're gonna talk about it, man. Yeah. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. David, oh my guy. Alton Lee, salute. Maria Slaughter, salute. Mariah, excuse me. Salute to White Mike in the building. Yes. Michael Hayes, no, same old me. Woo! And it took me. So this is probably my number 2 hardest sample to find, bro. That bass, just feel it in your heart, son. But yeah, we here, man. Kerry Cox, my guy. Captain Matumbo, salute, man. We here, man. We're gonna talk about a few things, man. Talk about 50 wins. We're gonna look at the schedule, look at the competitors that we gotta go against, man. We have a road to travel, man. Right now we're in the 5th spot, sitting, what is it, 2 games? We have the 6th spot, excuse me. 2 games in back of the Nets, 1.5 from the Heat, man. Yeah, playoff basketball, man. A time when everybody said that, the Knicks, that we supposed to lose some of these games that we were playing, man. Some of these games is supposed to be a murderer's row of teams, and obviously things have changed around. Guys that got traded, moved around and whatnot. But the Knicks surpassed, say, 10 games. Not too bad. Past 10 games, we are. I just love this beat. Past 10 games, we're about 5-5. Took the L against the Nets, obviously, with Kyrie Irving. Lost to the Lakers in the OT, tough game we lost. But let me pause this before it goes to another song. Clippers are a team that we lost to. Miami Heat we beat. Philadelphia Sixers we beat. Then we lost them again. Orlando Magic, a team I'm not going to say we should have beat, but it's nice to beat. That's a team you have to have. And we've been on a 3-game winning streak the last 3 games. Obviously, the Hawks with the firing Nate McMillan. By the way, when are people going to start pointing a finger at your man Trae Young? This is what I'm talking about. You could shuffle as many coaches you want around the play. Now they're probably going to they're going to try to get a developmental coach. They've been talking about Steve Atkinson. They've been talking about, Quinn Snyder's not a developmental coach. Quinn Snyder is a playoff contender type of coach. He will install a system. Now, granted, he will, he's he had Donovan Mitchell. I won't call him a point guard friendly coach, but he is a guy who's going to build around his star player, his star guard. But man, wow. I find Nate McMillan was trying to, I got to agree with Kendrick Perkins said holding guys accountable. After a while, you have to start looking at the elephant in the room, and that is Trae Young. That is Trae Young. You got to start pointing the finger around and be like, yeah, as good as you are you the reason why we can't get to a certain level? So it is what it is. But anyway, back to the schedule. Obviously, beat the Brooklyn Nets, also beat the Utah Jazz as well, too. So look, right now the Knicks are coming. By the way, real quick, the All-Star game, man. Let me just give a small little recap. Julius Randle did nothing in the 3-point contest, nor the the game itself. Really, that game was terrible to watch. The only thing I enjoyed was a Tatum versus a little Brown versus Tatum doing. But yeah, that was absolute trash. All-Star game hasn't been good since rest in peace Kobe Bryant. Since he's passed, when they had the Kobe Bryant Award, it is terrible. Let me say something. Let me give a suggestion for the All-Star team or for the All-Star game. You should have it. Okay, you can have your All-Star game. You should have it on Friday or Saturday. You should have it where you basically have one-on-ones between 2 guys. If you want to boost up ratings, if you want to get guys interested, everybody's always wondered Kobe versus Jordan. Everybody's still, what I'm saying? We want to see the demons. We want to see the AIs, versus, versus the Baron Davises back then, or AI, that Baron Davis versus Marbury. You know what I'm saying? We want to see the Curry versus Kai. We want to see those matchups, one-on-one matchups. It could be an easy a game to 7. You know what I mean? Winner takes the ball. Bro, don't have to make it any more complicated than that. But y'all got to find a way to boost this because it looked pretty terrible. The dunk contest was cool. Mac McClung was 540, not at 720. Jericho Sims, no more for you. Why would they? Man, that was the most uncomfortable watching. He did the same dunk twice. He tried to do He tried to do the first dunk, the original dunk, and it was like, dudes. And they showed a clip of. It's on Twitter. They showed a clip of people looking at the dunk from the stand, and no one got up, no one roared, no one moved. That was embarrassing. Look, Jericho Sims is he is a explosive dunker. He is not a creative dunker. There's a major difference. I'm not getting Shaq in his prime for the dunking contest. I'm getting Vince Carter. Get those type of guys. Get some G League guys. Whatever it may be. Stop with this crap. Please. We're begging you. One thing you want to do, get that one-on-one popping. Get some of these guys, get the Kyries versus a Ja Morant. They played a game 7. You know what I'm saying? They put a bet to say, all right, we donate to this charity or that charity or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But this crap is bad, bro. It is, man. That was painful. Grimes had his 27 in the Rising Stars game. That was cool. But Grimes, I gotta see that during the regular season, bro. Now he's become a better unguarded catch and shoot shooter, which is what we want. But overall, 3-point shooter, I think he's shooting 34%. He bricks everything in the fourth quarter, close games, man. Come on. He said you got done by a small white. Hey, white, yo, if you remember back in the day, Brent Barry was that dude. So it ain't because you're white that you can't play, bro. I don't think that. If you white, there are a lot of white ballers that are very unassuming that will bust your ass, man. Mike Boy, my guy, salute. George Jones, salute. But let's get to the season stuff, man. Jerry Fitz, salute, man. Bringing the street ballers for the All-Star game. Hawks need Kenny Atkinson. Well, he was there before. Remember, Kenny Atkinson was seen as like this developmental guy that was able to get guys like, is it Torian Prince? Not Torian Prince. The other dude looks like Torian Prince with the dreads. Millsap, I want to say that he was able to improve some of these guys' 3-point shooting. He, according to many people, he's responsible for Linsanity, the guy that was working with Jeremy Lin night in, night out, getting his game up to par, even when Jeremy Lin thought, like, I'm not going to play. Why are you working with me so hard? So, again, we talk about developmental guy, but if you look at the Hawks, is that a team that's really a team that's built for development in terms of, like, you're trying to develop your best players into something? That's a team you need to get somebody to try to make it work with DeMar Carroll. Thank you, DeMar Carroll. I always confuse him and your man Torian Prince. Salute. We got to get you on KMB soon. Is that my guy, Project Nerd? Morning Bruce Sports. Salute, bro. I think that might be him. Yeah, that is him. I guess he got the different what's name? Because typically I just Project Nerd or Far Love of the Game. Knicks Morning, bro. Okay, got you. Yeah, of course, man. Of course. Yes. Suits my guy, Project Nerd, man. Please go subscribe to not just the Knicks Morning, but also Far Love of the Game podcast, man. Those are my guys. Damn, where the hell was I? Yeah, but with Kenny Atkinson, yeah. I would think it'd probably be Quinn Snyder. But like I said, at a certain point, you're going to have to start. Look, your man Nate McMillan came in. He set up better rotations. He carved some of the fat off that team. Obviously, guys like Cam Reddish, no offense to Cam Reddish. I'm not trying to issue Cam Reddish at all. I like Cam Reddish as a talent. But again, you can't make this big trade for your man Javante. Oh my gosh, DeJounte. I was about to say Gervonta Davis. Wow, DeJounte Murray. Cause I was talking to somebody about Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevenson. And this dude saying Shakur is gonna knock out Gervonta. I'm like, all right, I'm not knock out, but I'm like, all right, let's chill out, let's calm down. DeJounte Murray and Trae Young couldn't make it work. And that's what I'm talking about. These guys come in, they think that they know how to coach, they think they have the vision. And I'm not saying they shouldn't have input, they should, but look at what happened with the Nets. You bring in all the guys these guys want, you bring in a puppet coach, they complain about the puppet coach, they get rid of a good coach who's actually building something. And look at where the Nets are now. Now you got you got washed up Ben Simmons. And you got some decent pieces. You got Mikal Bridges, my son, who scored, 45, I think, the other day. 45 and 8. But still, this is what happens when you only cater to the players. They don't, man, look, I'm not saying every coach and every front office exec knows everything. They don't. But it is a concerted effort, bro. Okay, now you got rid of Nate McMillan. What do y'all want? Y'all want a puppet coach to allow Trae Young to do whatever he wants? Wasn't this the same Trae Young whose father was saying that, he likes to play off the ball, so him and DeJounte Murray shouldn't struggle. I saw a game. Damn, it was a few weeks ago. I was at the Armory, not the Armory, excuse me. The Carrie Gym. I'm forgetting. It's in Crown Heights. I was watching this game. It was a Hawks versus, I want to say the Bulls. I'll say Hawks versus Bulls. Your man DeJounte Murray had 19 points in the first half. You know how many points he finished with? 19 points for the game. Didn't get touches. Didn't get against a struggling Bulls team. That's what I'm saying, bro. Look, these players, bro. When they talk about GM, and now people try to make it seem, and this is a crazy thing. Now people try to make it seem like LeBron James wasn't trying to be a GM with the teams he was with. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Now, granted, when he's with the Cavaliers with Danny Ferry, who's a terrible GM, yes, he should have got more help. I remember they didn't want to trade J.J. Hickson for your man Amari Stoudemire. They screwed him over, right? But he got partially the reason why he left Miami because he couldn't have input with the front office with Pat Riley. He goes over to Cleveland. Your man David Griffin was like, yo, bro, I couldn't do my job because LeBron James. Bro, they made that trade. Remember, before the trade in 2018, but the year before he left. Remember that the games leading up to that the trade deadline, right, where they got Clark, so these guys. He was not playing, bro. He was pulling off a Kobe Game 6 versus the Suns, and he wasn't playing up to LeBron James status. Tyronn Lue was like, yo, bro, we got people in this team that, remember all these cryptic messages? Oh, he only passes, do you still remember me from the Albatross bar, my friend? Oh, Lord. Anyway, but he basically he was playing for himself, playing for his stats. Had IT, I know him and IT got into it because IT said the blah, blah, blah. He was like, yo, we don't practice, we don't do anything, we don't have run-throughs, blah, blah. Like, what is this? So again, now they're trying to make it seem like LeBron James was a GM. Man, look. I ain't saying trade Trae Young. I'm just saying you might have to start looking for life after Trae Young. As good as he is as an individual player, when you talk about guards in the league, sometimes you have a tunnel vision because you drafted a guy and you can't look besides you as outside see the forest from the trees. I'm just saying, sometimes you just gotta, I'm just saying. But let's get to the Knicks, man. After Hawks right now. So, again, the Knicks are sitting pretty. Let me get to my OBS. Where the hell is my OBS? Yeah, we here, man. F it all, bro. He said trade, try to get too big, being Knicks that players always trolling. J Hart effect on RJ. I mean, it's because... Hey, yo. All right. Blocking Frank 69. Hey, yo, pause. Are you trying to be like a troll, Frank 69? Is that from a movie? I'm stupid. Frank 69. All right, my bad. I'm stupid. Like you said, Brunson is him. Yeah, I was gonna have a whole thing on Brunson, but it's like, bro, what is it to talk about with Brunson? He is our best player in how many years? He's our most impactful player for how many years? And a beautiful thing, maybe I might do a video on this. And the most beautiful thing about him is that your man Randall's conceding to him. Remember, Randall, there were times last year and the year before when RJ was hot, Randall wouldn't concede to him. The Celtics game where RJ went like 6 for 6 from outside. The Pacers game where RJ basically saved the last 10 points of the game. He's responsible for it. Now you have a guy that Randall's conceding to, and I'm not the biggest fan of Randall, but if he plays his role, you know what I'm saying? You get your true number 2 guy. So I used to TNT Thursdays. I have no desire. The league is peak trash. I don't care about watching another game non-Knicks. I feel you, bro. LeBron always been GM. I just saw an article talking about he's going to be reevaluated after the break, but I haven't seen anything recent besides that. So please, if you guys see something, please let me know. But I checked today. I want to say maybe 4 o'clock. I didn't see anything. Let me see. RJ has to put in more effort. We'll talk about RJ too. McClung's the mascot for the wackest of the All-Star game. Nah. Mac McClung is not the whack. No. Mac McClung did his thing. He did his thing. Trust me. There have been some terrible All-Star games I've watched. Like your man, rest in peace. Who was your man who used to play for the Bucks? Couldn't shoot. Had a flat top. Passed away a few years ago. Oh my gosh. What's your man's name from the Bucks? They said Mitch practiced fully. Oh yeah, you're right. Because Tom Thibodeau, they didn't give an update to say if he's gonna play. You're right. I'm stupid. I did see that. He did. You are 1,000,000% correct. They just didn't give a indication on if he's gonna play or not. Not Tisdale. What is this guy's name? In my head, I'm thinking Rashad McCants, but it's not McCants. McCants didn't play on the Bucks. He was a dunker too, man. Oh man, hold on. This is bugging me out. Bucks passed away. He's like a guard. Bucks player dunk contest. Not Pat Connaughton. Who the? Let me see. Milwaukee Bucks dunk contest. Nah, son. Oh my gosh. Nah, this bugged me out. Hold on. Bucks drafts. Was it the Bucks? Yeah, it was the Bucks. Hold on. This is bugging me out. It was your man. Then they had Danny Fortune out here. Damn, son. Maybe he got traded to the Bucks. This is bugging me out, son. Nah, what is your man's name? Couldn't shoot. High flyer. Had a weird, awkward shot. He just passed away a few years ago. Yeah, this is bugging me out, man. Rashad, no. This is bugging me out, man. Anyway. But no, McClung was not the word. Desmond Mason, thank you. Oh, my gosh. Thank you, bro. Desmond, someone said tractor trailer, but he did pass away. But no, not tractor trailer. It was Desmond Mason. He was a Sonics? It don't show him here drafted. Maybe he got drafted by another team and then went to the Bucks. But yeah, Desmond Mason passed away a few years ago. Sakai Mutombo, missed returns with Josh Hart and Grimes, locking the perimeter. Tisdale, no, it wasn't Jamal Tisdale. Oh no, Jamal Tinsley, excuse me. But you talking about Tisdale. Rashard Kemp, no. I mean Rashard Lewis, no. It was Desmond Mason. Yeah, Desmond Mason passed away. No, he's not. Desmond Mason passed away, bro. Am I bugging out? Oh my gosh, he's still alive. What the hell is wrong with me? Oh my gosh. Hey, God, forgive me. I said he passed away. Why the hell did I think this dude passed away? I thought this dude was been passed. So it's not even recent brain trauma to me. I thought this dude passed away years ago. Hold up. I'm going crazy. Hold on. I'm going crazy. Who the hell passed? Yeah, wait, what? Hey, I apologize, Desmond Mason. Please forgive me. I don't know what basketball player I'm thinking who's a high fly couldn't shoot that passed away. And Desmond Mason got drafted by the Sonics. Who the hell am I thinking on the Bucks who passed away? Bucks player who passed away. Now this is bugging me out, so my brain is going haywire. Bob Lanier, Chris Ford, nah. Hey, who the hell did I think passed away on the Bucks? Jalen Hill, no. Well, wow, this is crazy. Desmond Mason, I apologize, bro. I'm legit going crazy. It said Gmo style. Hey, no. Stroman Smith didn't pass away. Payne died. Yeah. Hey, I thought this dude passed. Not Anthony, man. I know he passed away. What you simpins? Google says he's a professor. Nah, I'm bugging. I thought he passed away. Been since. He said, Gma, how were the Knicks during your high school days? Terrible. Terrible. Are you kidding me? They were terrible. The Knicks, they went to the playoffs once. That was the year they were below 500. Had Crawford, Marbury, I want to say Zebo. Got mollywopped by the Nets in 4 games. That was one of the saddest. Man, that was pathetic. But anyway, let's get to this. Desmond Mason, I apologize. I thought you passed away. Please forgive me. God forgive me. I never want to speak death on anyone's name. So we're gonna get to it, man. Damn, whew. So yeah, right now, yeah, Knicks. Shoot, this is messing me up, man. Knicks right now, 33-27, man. Let me get to this real quick. Let me show you guys again the schedule that we got coming up for the rest of the season. Again, at Washington, New Orleans, Boston, Brooklyn, Miami, Boston, Charlotte. Right now, I believe, according to Tankathon, the Knicks do have... what is wrong with my computer? The Knicks have the eighth toughest strength of schedule remaining. Now, obviously, things change around as games progress. Teams win and lose. But right now, I mean, look, the guys who are in a ways to help us out. Look, the only team we're really going to catch up to right now with 2 games ahead of us right now is the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn Nets are still trying to find a way. I think they won the last game. That was a game your man had 48, 5, and 8. But to me, the Nets don't look like this formidable team. Not any longer. Especially what the Knicks are doing. And we have to see, look, the rotations get a little bit tight, even though I'm going to talk about some buyout candidates. I think right now it's all about health. Now, obviously, you still got guys like Derrick Rose who could still be a buyout candidate. If he wants to go to another team, he can still be a buyout candidate. I don't know what assurances he's getting from Tom Thibodeau to maybe hold it for the players. But again, if you're not playing, it's tough to say, hey, let's, warm up the old chicken and get you back out there. So he could be a buyout candidate. But right now, again, the rotations seem to be kind of crystallizing. Obviously, Mitchell Robinson getting back. He remains his role on the bench. But obviously, Jericho Sims probably goes back to being a fringe player. But then you have, look, we got to talk about today, man. RJ versus IQ is going to be our third guy. Obviously, Jalen Brunson, Randall. I think Josh Hart is definitely going to be playing late in those games because late in these fourth quarters. Because again, if you look at RJ Barrett, Barrett's number fourth quarter, he's getting 2 less minutes a game. I believe since or around 2 less minutes a game. Then you drop from like 8.4 to 6.9 or something like that. So a little bit less than 2 minutes, in the fourth quarter of games. So again, the roster is going to solidify. We got some tough games coming up, man. Look, New Orleans is eating one right now. Obviously with Zion being out, but they can play some tough defense. Washington is a team we lost to. Like, we struggle against these so-called multi-talented wings. Bradley Beal's starting to show the last few games. That is not a team to sneeze at. Obviously, KP could destroy. I mean, the guy can hit from outside, inside. I've seen games where he's had like 23 points, and they're like, wait, what? Where the hell did he get 23 points from? This is one of those teams, they're dream killers. They're looking to try to destroy you. And I believe right now they're actually Eastern Conference. I want to play that Meek Mill instrumental so bad. Yeah, the Wizards right now are still in the 9th spot, 28-30. It's not the greatest, but they're still fighting right now. Again, anywhere from the Bulls will be fighting strictly for play-ins, but anywhere from the Wizards. Remember the Raptors too. How many games were the Raptors down just a few weeks ago? Weren't they almost close to double digits or below 500 by double digits? So again, it's not sweet, man. This is not a sweet rest of the season line. Now, thank God we don't got to see the Raptors again. That's a team that mollywops us, but we still got to see Miami again in Miami, then see Miami at the Garden. We got 3 more games in Miami. It's gonna be tough. They're gonna be fighting tough. Now it's weird because that's a game that's a team where RJ Barrett typically does or has been doing well against, using that read and react. But Bam has been on a run the past, I don't know how many games he's been killing. He's been holding it. He's probably been their best offensive player. As crazy as that sounds, outside of Hero, Butler's been doing good. But Butler's been having his games, but Bam has probably been the most consistent. In terms of, like, I've been seeing steady 20-point double-doubles type of games from your man Bam Adebayo. He's probably their best. I think he's their best overall player right now. As crazy as it sounds, I think he's their best overall player. I still think Butler, that's tough. I think he's the most consistent player, put it like that. I think Jimmy Butler's still their best player. So let me not sit up here and cap. But, yeah, we got to still watch out for the Heat. Obviously, like I said, Boston is another team. I don't say you have a soul tie to Boston, like we're like mortal enemies, man. But obviously, Marcus Smart hopefully being back. I don't know when does Marcus Smart come back? That's a guy I fear a lot. Brown and Tatum, obviously, we've had our issues with Brown and Tatum. A team that can space it out from the outside. Obviously, early this year they had that game where they hit, what was it? Was it 27 threes against us in the first game? That's not a team that esteems now. Obviously, I think that we probably have a little. I don't know what the Celtics run has been lately, but I would say with our squad, Randall Brunson, the bench and IQ, who's probably hotter right now in terms of a run. I'm not sure what the Celtics. I know before we played them, weren't they kind of struggling a little bit? Let me see. Yeah, Celtics are no. I take that back. They're white hot. No. So okay. So before us, they lost to us. They're on a 3-game. Well, they're on a 2-game losing streak, and then before that they were mollywopping. And right now they've won like the last 5 out of the last 6. Ridiculous. Winning overtime with the Bucks. Was that the no? They went to overtime with the Bucks. So yeah, we have a tough run of it, man. Like I said, rotation's gonna get tighter. Guys gonna get their roles carved out. And guys like RJ Barrett, man, that's my son. It hurts to see, and I said this. Look, I like RJ Barrett and read and react sometimes. He has the wrong mentality and approach in a game when he's struggling. Now, we've seen RJ Barrett been struggling the last few games. I don't even say last few games. He's been having a bad go of it recently. The game against, I want to say it was the Nets. That was the one he didn't score until like the second half. And the read and react stuff he was doing was so cringeworthy. It was so bad. And it sucked because everybody just spaced out the floor and let him have. No, there's one play he was trying to weave around a screen, ran around, and then everybody cleared out for the ISO for a bad mid-range attempt. And the more as a roster solidifying, especially with Brunson and Randall, IQ, again, he doesn't get touches in the fourth quarter, but I'm going to get to his fourth quarter numbers, and it's like, dogs, you can't continue to ignore him. The more and more I watch RJ Barrett, he is falling into a deep hole. Pause. The read and react is not working for him a lot of times. He has a very poor discernment of the game within the game. Understanding this is not a game for me to sit up there and try to attack to the basket 24/7, try to throw up these contested shots. This is not a game for me to jack up a bunch of threes. This might be a game for me to be crashing the boards. This might be a game where I tell Tom Thibodeau, hey, look, let's feature IQ on the opposite side of where Brunson, or to the side where Brunson, the opposite side of where Brunson is coming from, right? And I fear with RJ Barrett, man, if he doesn't pick it up soon, especially his catch and shoot shooting, it's not been good this year. If he doesn't pick it up, I really think he's going to be out. It is what it is. But it's truly going to expose his lack of development this fourth year. You might as well get to it. RJ versus IQ, because I'm going to talk about some other stuff. But, yeah, I mean, last year, all I got to say about this rest of this schedule, last year we went 12-11 after the break. 2 years ago we went 62.8% 2 years ago. And we've always had these runs. They've always been these runs, whether good or bad. Last year we had that terrible run. What was it, in January? What was that terrible run we had? Was it in January? Where the Knicks just itched the bed and we, let me see. We had like, how many losses in a row? Let me see. We had that. It was bad. It was bad. Where is that run? There was when we had like one win and how many games? Let me make sure this is right. In 2021-20. Where's the run that we had? It was god awful. Yeah, it was around mid-January. Because we had loss. We had 3 losses, win 3 losses, win 4 losses, win 4. Yep, 4. Oof. Oh, we had 7 losses in a row at one point. That was bad. That was a West Coast trip, or part of it was a West Coast trip, yeah. So we all know Tom Thibodeau's second halves, at least with the Knicks, are a game of runs. 2 years ago, we had the amazing run with after Derrick Rose came to team. Remember that? Remember the end of the season run? We're like, yo, bro, there's no way we're gonna make it. Blah blah. And I'm guilty of it. Then we went on a run where we won. What was it? 10 straight around April 9th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Had 9 wins in a row. Lost one and won another 3-game winning streak. And at 9 games, we beat the Memphis Grizzlies in overtime. That was an R.J. Barrett push-off game. We pushed off your man Ja Morant. We had the Raptors. We had the Lakers. We had the Pelicans. Dallas, we had a win. I think that was no, that was 2 years ago. So that wasn't the... Was the game that ran at... No, that was not the game that ran at 44. I don't think so. Or it might be. Pelicans, obviously, but Charlotte Hornets, Hawks. I mean, bro, again, the second half is going to be, or this half of the season is going to be all about what runs do we make. How can we catch fire? Which guy's going to be, how much can we solidify as a team and gel with guys like Hart and obviously Mitch Robinson getting back? I think Josh Hart is he's plug and play for this Knicks team. He was born a Knick. Like, it's in his blood to be a Knick player. Like, him and Marcus Morris were like born to be Knicks. Unfortunately, Marcus Morris is not here anymore, but those guys, when I look at them, it's like those are Knick players. But like I said, it's all about runs. Who steps up, man? And as these rotations get tighter, like I said, in the fourth quarter, you have Grimes, you have IQ, you got RJ. Now, it could actually be Grimes versus RJ, but there are going to be times where I need that lockdown defense. And if RJ's not providing it for me, but let's get to this comparison between RJ and IQ. Let's get to this real quick, man. So, yeah, this is what I had, man. You mean RJ Barrett, like we know about RJ Barrett. Second half of seasons, he's come alive. He gets more comfortable. They run the read and react. He kicks out to the outside once the inside is closed. Again, all his numbers shoot up. These are his career numbers, pre-All-Star, post-All-Star. And I'm not saying it's amazing, but again, more shots and better efficiency. That's proficiency, right? Volume plus efficiency typically is proficiency. That's how I define it, right? 3-point shooting goes up. True shooting obviously goes up. Again, 52% is not crazy impressive, but for a guy like RJ Barrett. Assists go up, rebounding is whatever it is, what it is. And in fourth quarter, let me get to that. I'll get to that later. Then you got man Quickley on the other hand, man. This is a guy that we've been talking about for how long for him to improve. And I got a glimpse shot of his stats from that from the last day the year last year, 2022. But before that, he had 36 against the Spurs. Now that was a game that the one that we lost against the Spurs. We're like, how did we lose to the Spurs? And he kind of went off. He had a lot of his points in garbage time. A good number of his points in garbage times. I think he actually did okay in the first half, but that was a game Randall also killed, but it's like everything else was trash. We talk about a guy in IQ. What did I always talk about? Decision making. Well, that's been cleaned up. His assist to turnover ratio, that 2.97. I know it's not the same because he ain't this dude. I'm just trying to give you somewhat of a comparison. He's not this dude. I'm not saying he's dude, but that's better than Curry's. That's better than Ja Morant's. And I looked it up. I'm like, hey, yo. Now, granted, he isn't assist as much as those guys. He's not nowhere near a good penetrated pass to the basket as, say, a Ja Morant. But we talk about him cleaning up his game. Constantly talk about his cleaning up his game. The decision-making out there, bro. And I try to look it up. I looked up whether he was a better starter or versus better come off the bench. And in the games he's played this season, out of the stats in front of me, he has better stats starting this season than he does coming off the bench. Let me get this real quick. NBA. I don't know why the ESPN beat is in my head, man. But yeah, this season, man, Quickley. Let me just get this real quick. Oh, they gave me advanced numbers. Come on, son. Come on, done. Yeah, so this season, as a starter, so when you're on NBA.com, so you got to keep filtering. You click on one filter, you got to reset it. So this season as a starter, 43.7% from the field, 35.2% from three. And what was it, 59 games? No, as a starter, my guy. Well, they put it as a starter. Hold up. Y'all messing up my ish. I don't even think he started these many games this season. Hold up. Why did the filter not work? But anyway. Anywho's. Yeah, he didn't start. He only started 10 games. Why does NBA.com got it? NBA.com is bugging out, bro. They have him. They should have it for him as a start. Anyway, averaging 15.1 points, even though that's not him as a starter. But anyway, whatever. Let me scratch that. But American Quick, again, we talk about him clean up his game, him being much more of a smarter player on the ball, right? We know he's an off guard. We know he's not going to attack straight up 1v1 off the left. Well, typically not off the left. His left is still weak driving wise. He has to catch up to Hezzy. When you catch attacks versus one-on-one, he's not going to do that. But you know what? I don't need him to do that. He's not a point guard in that manner. He's not Tyrese Maxey, as some people like to say. But again, catch and shoot player, three-point shooter, a guy could get to the foul line. Even though his free throw jury has kind of dropped since his rookie year. These are all things. Oh crap! This is all the things that we've been begging for from IQ, right? It's all things that we've been asking for from IQ to be that guy to kind of take over Derrick Rose role. Now, again, it's not going to be 1-for-1, but you talk about production-wise, be able to set up an offense. Because, look, Brunson can't be going out. Bro, how many games have we had this year where Brunson has had to come in early or they had to stagger lineups for Brunson and Randall? They tried to do it RJ. And just have one of our key stars in to kind of help run the ship while everyone feeds off of them. These guys are going to break down. They're going to break down. The leg's going to die. I won't say die. It's going to get tired. Bruh, this is why I've been calling for IQ to take that step up. Now, RJ Barrett on the flip side, bro, I've been asking the same thing for RJ Barrett. When he comes with that second unit, you have iHeart, you have IQ. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, RJ, you got to wake the F up. Your man IQ is going to take over that third spot. And again, he's coming up on a contract. They're going to look at this guy now as a great problem to have in having a talented player like IQ up for on this team, and you already have Jalen Brunson here. But who's running that second unit, bro? Even if IQ, if he doesn't throw temper tantrums and being that player, am I going to start featuring your man IQ over RJ Barrett in the fourth quarters? Now, in the fourth quarters of games this season, if you look at the stats, your man RJ Barrett has worse stats. Fourth quarters this season, IQ is averaging 4.7 points, so for 44.7% shooting, 45% from three. One rebound a game, one assist in the fourth quarters. RJ Barrett on the flip side, he's averaging around, what the freak? Son. Why doesn't this freaking filter correctly? Golly, son, you freaking killing me, dogs. Let me get the stats for the fourth quarter. Is it not good? Anyway, RJ Barrett, 5.2 points, 43.7% for the field, 39.1%. Hey, wait, what? Hey, I'm about to sue freaking NBA.com. They gave me totally different stats, bro. Hey, it messed up my whole narrative. Oh, no, I'm bugging. That's why. Because I had the filter on. My bad. That's why. Now it's good. So I'm like, I know I didn't see these stats before. Yeah, RJ Barrett in fourth quarters this year. 4.5 points off of 38.5% shooting, 26% from three in the fourth quarter game, 1.4 rebounds, 0.6 assists this season. I apologize for that. I don't know why it cut off here and then I put the filter here, but I left the filter for the 12/31/2022. So I was bugging out. But RJ Barrett from 12/31/2022 in fourth quarters has been playing relatively well. So I might kill my narrative. But for the season, he's not doing good in fourth quarters. And again, like I said, you have Randall, you have Brunson, you have Josh Hart. You're going to have Mitch or iHeart out there. Who's your other guy? Who's your other wing guard defender? You're going to go out there and play small. You can play IQ. He's not the greatest of ISO defenders. But in terms of perimeter defense, he'll give you that. In terms of hounding guys off the pick and roll, he's going to do that. You get bullied to the basket, and he's not the greatest of 1v1 defenders. But on RJ, on the other hand, is not a great 1v1 defender this season either. His closeouts aren't great this year. We've been asking him to use his length pause. It's not, for whatever reason, his lateral defense look terrible. It's looked terrible. So who do you guys trust in the fourth quarter? Let me put that as a chat was saying. By the way, shoot everybody in the chat. I apologize, but not looking at the chat. Because I'm just freaking going through my notes and whatever is he still. Oh, man, I feel bad for that Desmond Mason thing, man. Pain. All right. TJ Ford, of course. Yes, I remember. Don't sleep on the watch. They're a solid team. I agree. No, not Lorenzo Wright. It's not Lorenzo Wright. It's going to come to me. I thought it was Desmond Mason. I apologize, bro. It's not Desmond Mason. I feel terrible for saying that. B. Willis. Let me get to the front. Let me see. Mothman. RJ is a superstar. No, he's not. The Knicks money long. IQ can actually play defense almost. And you know what the crazy thing about IQ too? These fourth quarters, he probably deserves a ball more. How many times, when you watch these games, bro, and this I have to get on Tom Thibodeau. I don't know if he trusts Grimes more. Go watch every time where Brunson is attacking the basket for the dribble drive kickouts, right? Watch where they position IQ. Typically on the left side or the opposite side where Brunson's attacking, it typically ends up in your man G says something. I'm thinking about Bill. No, I'm not. Rest in peace, Bill. It is not Bill Russell. It is not. It's I'm gonna find the freaking name. It's somebody who passed away. He was a dunker. I'm gonna find it. It's bugging me out. And back to IQ. You know what's crazy? They always put him on the same side where Brunson's driving. So when you talk about dribble drive kick out, it typically goes to Grimes, bro. And he's been missing some shots in the fourth quarter. And I'm not trying to kill Grimes again. Second year player. I'm gonna give him leeway, right? But how's it like we do not feature IQ nearly enough? There have been times Randall's had the ball, had turnovers. Brunson did games where Brunson's getting double up top, and there's literally again. I'm not saying IQ's the greatest creator off the dribble. Excuse me, the greatest attacker off the dribble. But if I have my best defenders on Brunson, why am I not featuring IQ a little bit more? I know I'm going to run a pick and roll with IQ. Try to get some type of semblance of an offense to not be so Brunson-Randall-centric in fourth quarters. And when we talk about catch and shoots, feed your man IQ. Again, I like Grimes. I think Grimes can hit these shots. But in games I've been seeing, IQ will come. Bro, IQ would have 15, 16 points in the first half. Be white hot. Don't feature him in the fourth quarter at all. He's just out there as just a stick figure in the corner. And he's on. I don't mind you being a stick. I don't mind you being a catch and shoot weapon. But why is he on the opposite side of Brunson? It makes no sense. The game went into overtime. Was it against the Celtics? Well, we beat overtime. RJ hits that clutch three in the corner. Two of the same shots that Grimes didn't hit him. So again, I'm just saying, man, and I did blame Tibbs. Kevin Middleton, people getting me, yes. I did blame Tibbs. I said that is bad on Tibbs' part for why are we doing that? As soon as my guy Paris Duggar for the $2 super chat says, can't evaluate the Knicks now that Jay Hart is. That's not true. You can evaluate the Knicks. Why does Grimes shoot when he's wide open on the Knicks but forced to issue other times and looks freaking great? IQ is my boy. He's a keeper. No, IQ. Oh, that's my guy, 47 Buzz. Suit my guy said IQ's one of. That's my guy, man. Buzz, not Buzz on Twitter. That's my guy, man. IQ is usually the one's directed all-ball track when he's on. Is usually the one directed off. Are you saying that he directs off-ball traffic when he's on the floor? Salute Gmo. Tuco Salamanca said Grimes actually has a real high field goal in a clutch this year. I think, what was it? Brunson still, let me see clutch points. The thing is, Brunson still fifth? They still got Kemba and what's the name there because they don't take into account. Well, you have to filter it out for attempts. You have to have Kemba and Delano Banton up there. Yeah, Jalen Brunson's still fifth in terms of clutch points this year. Grimes is not in terms of top 10, but field goal percentage is going to be out of whack unless I control it for certain factors because obviously freaking Aaron Holiday guys have 100% in terms of clutch points. But right now, in terms of what I'm seeing, I'm not trusting Grimes in terms of, or not saying I don't trust Grimes, 47 Buds, but I gotta feature IQ a little bit more, bro. And we've been doing this for years where IQ will be hot and we just don't feature. Remember the 28-point comeback game by the Nets last year? Remember how much IQ had? Remember IQ coming out that fourth quarter for, I think it was Grimes. I think IQ came out the game for Grimes, and IQ is the only guy who was able to score in that game. He had 16, 18 points that game. And he's the only guy able to score while the Nets were making a comeback. So I'm just saying, man, many times, look, when you're in the fourth quarter of games, sometimes you need that rhythm. He said 21st, fourth quarter points against Miami. Who are you talking about, 47? But not Grimes. Can't be 21st, fourth quarter points against Miami. Just clarify that, Graham. I'm trying, Buds. I'm trying to understand exactly what you're trying to say. So IQ's upcoming star. So again, RJ Barrett, bro. The sun is setting, man. The sun is setting, bro, and this is gonna be really important. We talk about. Look, Randall is conceding. We've all asked Randall to concede to a player if the player is doing well. RJ 2 years ago, even last year at times, we've asked. For Brunson, again, Brunson's doing everything we asked for and more. I don't have not one complaint. I don't care when people talk about he doesn't. Shut up. I don't hear about he's not passing enough. Shut up. You don't know about. Let me chill. Shut up about Brunson, please. He's everything you could have asked for. We've always been asked for in a point guard. The only thing you say is height, but that has absolutely no impact on him whatsoever. And the guy's still 25. We want a young, good player, and the guy's 25. He said IQ's the third best on the team. There's a reason IQ's with Donovan Mitchell and all. Hey, man. And suit my guy, Nick, when we talk about IQ, everything we've asked RJ Barrett to improve upon, IQ has had a faster developmental curve, bro. We've asked IQ to be a better decision maker on the floor. RJ still not improved since a lot of the elementary things we asked RJ Barrett to do. We've asked IQ to develop a mid-range shot. He has a mid-range shot. So IQ had 24th fourth quarter points. Oh yeah, that's the game. The one we won, 325. That was the last game against Miami. Right. That was a game we actually won. And then RJ before that had 42, 46. But then that's the game we lost. But he was abusing that read and react against Strauss and your man Tyre Hero. That was beautiful to see, but we lost that game. Everything we've asked RJ to do, IQ's defense. First year, it wasn't bad. Actually, wasn't bad. His defense was good his first year, but we told him to get stronger. He's gotten that. In terms of, I think he's one of the more underrated defenders in the league. He just doesn't get credit for it because he's not a shutdown player. He's in New York, but I think he's one of the more underrated perimeter defenders overall in the league. Feisty. When you talk about, go watch. I need to do a film on this. Go watch IQ in terms of. He might be the most, and I mean this in a good way, and I might not even be using the right word, the most frenetic defender I've seen in years. Where I've seen IQ get stuck on a screen, lose his man, go to the nearest guy, double him if the original guy was there, get back to his guy in time, and the ball and the ball handler does not make the pass or makes a pass, and the guy who has a pass, now he has an IQ in front of him and can't do anything with it. That is stupid defending. Now, I mean that as a good thing. That is frenetic defense. That's high school defending. That's that little freaking that's that freaking teacher's pet defending. How often do you see that in the NBA? Let's be honest. Again, some of your top defensive teams in the league or better defensive teams in the league. But bro, IQ's defense, I'm telling you, it's underrated. If you look look at the stats I put up there, on and off the court. What are the Knicks? 13. Can't even add 13 points worse when he's off the court. Did I add that right? 13, yeah, around 13 points. So, and I agree with you, Nick. He says the thing is, Gmo, you always want to make sure large group before they get paid. Where RJ, but put it like this: this is why Leon Rose in the front office. And look, the RJ get the max? No. And you do want to make sure your player is showing some type of ascension in their game and growth. I agree with you. It sucks because last year was a little bit. I would say a little bit tough. Because I don't make no excuse for RJ. Trust me. He came into the season ill-prepared. And I think you made a great point, Nick, when you said that he should have played with Team Canada in the FIBA games. I agree with you because the third year he came back. Now, granted, his third year wasn't great from an efficiency standpoint, but the things he was trying, again, the sidestep jumper, he was trying that, shooting off the dribble, and he was doing a lot of that with Nick Nurse. RJ Barrett was showing, and I don't look, to me, if I see you trying to get better at something and you're missing shots, I don't mind it. That's showing growth. Of course you're going to miss. If this is the first few times, the first season you're doing something, of course you're going to make mistakes. You're going to miss. But I want to see you take that step. And Suits of Parasite for $2 Super Chat says RJ needs film study. No, RJ needs to grow up. The guy has been seen as a superhero. Let me say superhero. He's been seen as a top player all his life. He has. He has. Top player in high school. Top recruit at Duke. Well, Zion, him and Zion. Number 3 in the draft. He's talking about making jokes about you getting taken out the game. Yeah, you should have been taken out that Lakers game. Yeah. Yes, RJ, yes. You are not guaranteed anything. And Tom Thibodeau, I know y'all don't like him. Let me just say something about Tom Thibodeau. He is not on the level of, say, a Steve Kerr. He's not on the level of a Popovich. In many ways, I wish he kind of was in terms of how he uses like that military psych training. He plays mind games. But the difference between, say, Pop and Steve Kerr, well, I would actually say Tom Thibodeau's more on the side of Popovich than he is Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr is on that Pete Carroll level. Now, I was watching a clip from, not The Pivot, Brandon Marshall's I Am Athlete podcast. And I think it was Lendo White talking about Pete Carroll because he played with under Pete Carroll at USC. And he was like, they asked him, is he a great coach or a great manipulator? And he said he's both. Pete Carroll, that is. Steve Kerr is he's a better manipulator than he's a coach. Popovich is slightly a better coach than he is a manipulator. Because if you don't fall into Popovich's system, if you don't fit a certain profile, you're players, you're out. Steve Kerr is going to try to make it work every day. That's why I look at Andrew Wiggins. Well, Andrew Wiggins really, and of course, why does my battery freaking go out? My battery was fully charged before I started this, but let me keep talking. Let me keep talking as I change my battery, bro. Again, do not get a Sony ZV-1. It has the weakest battery known to mankind. Great quality. Do not get it. It's a terrible camera. Sony, y'all got to do a lot better, man. Y'all got to step up y'all game with this battery, bro. And I made sure this was a new battery. It's fully charged. And it's not. Thank God I got all my batteries charged here. So if this thing goes out in like 20 minutes, man, I'm about to sell the Sony ZV-1. But anyway, Tom Thibodeau, he's going to play mind games. Last year, RJ Barrett was so-called sick or whatever. And Tom Thibodeau was, basically saying how, he was basically saying, I miss the old Kanye, not the new Kanye, with RJ Barrett. Like, I remember the RJ Barrett that was in the gym, working hard on his game, blase. And what did RJ Barrett do? Shot an efficient 30-point, had an efficient 30-point game after Tom Thibodeau basically kind of called him out. People are like, oh, but he's sick. But people know when you're sick and people know. They know if you have a certain fire about yourself where it's like, yo, bro, yeah, you sick. So was Kobe. So was Jordan. So was such and such. So was Grant Hill. So was and they didn't let them stop him. And I think Tom Thibodeau's trying to find something. Now, here's another thing. Like I said, go back to that Brooklyn Nets game. Why is it not working? Go back. All right, now it's working. Go back to that Brooklyn Nets game, man. Your man RJ Barrett did not score until the second half, and then they were allowing RJ Barrett to do that read and react stuff. Okay, have the ball, do as you please, sir. Show us what we missed in that Lakers game, and he was terrible. And it wasn't even it was the decision making. Tom Thibodeau look, and I've said this before, the read and react is great for high IQ players. And I even thought that it was, in many regards, a good developmental test for RJ Barrett. But right now, he's failing, my G. And what is Tom Thibodeau, if RJ Barrett, and we getting close to the playoffs in terms of season about to end, and we're fighting with, say, the Heat. The Heat make a run, and we're fighting for that 5th spot. Or say fighting for that 6th spot. We don't get pushed to 7th spot, right? And RJ Barrett brings up a stinker versus the Heat, that last game against the Heat. You're gonna start to point it's gonna be clear. If it's not already now, it's gonna be clear. Hey, this is not the guy. I gave him the opportunities. Like, think about this. On the Tom Thibodeau, people want to say the second year, but I actually think the second year was great for RJ Barrett in terms of getting this guy to become a solid catch and shoot player, something he's working with Drew Hanlon. But you look at RJ Barrett, he's been given opportunities. What do you have this year? What is that, 27% usage rate this year, 26%? Last year, I think it was 25, 24, something like that. So it's not like he's not getting the ball. I know there are games where it's Randall effing up last year, blah, blah, but RJ's getting the ball. And he's still making the same mistakes we saw. I would say last year was a better development, a better year of growth than this year with RJ Barrett. So that means he's regressing. So it is what it is. Let me move on, man. Man, RJ Barrett's. I'm a little depressed, bro. I'm a little depressed with RJ Barrett, bro. He's hurting my heart, man. But I can't sit up here and say that IQ can't be playing these fourth quarters, bro. I need the catch and shoot player. I need the guy to draw fouls, slow up the tempo, control the pace against other teams making runs against us, bro. They said RJ had a coach. I mean, so, yo, bro, let me tell you something, man. And I don't mean, to great players, it means nothing. Jordan, you think that was a flu game? No, he was gambling, and he was drunk. Jordan was drunk. Dennis Rodman was high-end, or, nah, maybe not high. Let me put that on. Drunk. Dennis Rodman might be one of the greatest athletes of all time, by the way. No one tells about that. One of the greatest physical specimens in any sport of all time. No one talks about that with Dennis Rodman. But anyway, some of these guys play coked up. Some of these guys play all the after. I know RJ Barrett lost his girlfriend too. F her. Who cares? Move on. What did Gucci Mane say? My girlfriend. This one next 15 one coming. Gucci Mane straight and his ice game stunning. Brr. I actually love that song, by the way. No. Anyway, I'm not singing tonight, man. And doing the Gucci. No. RJ, move on. Bro, look. There's so many times I can sit up here and say, for you to wake up, RJ, I don't know what else to say, bro. I don't know what else to say, my guy. And by the way, real quick, before we move on, man. Brandon Miller. You gotta be one of the dumbest mother effers Are you stupid? Now, thank God the prosecutor, they said MJ was not drunk. That was not a flu game. See, Nick doesn't know. Go do your homework, Nick. The real story was that he was gambling and he was drunk. He was effed up. He was not no whatever. He was gambling and he was drunk. But Brandon Miller, bro, are you stupid? Let me tell y'all something, man. I ain't no tough guy at all. Let me not use me. There's nothing cool about killing anybody, deleting anybody. There's nothing cool about going to prison. Excuse me. There's nothing cool about that. Brandon Miller, you had a dude in your man Miles who was injured, who's not playing, who y'all probably knew was an F-up. That whole altercation started because he was trying to talk to a chick that was ready with a man, and they got into some verse to say, oh, my bad, Paul. Pardon me. My bad, bro. I didn't know. Let me move on. And the man that he had with him was a dude he brought from Maryland. So he's bringing nincompoops from Maryland to be in a situation where he could better his life, get paid millions. I know he was injured. But he could better his life for him and his family. Brandon Miller, you are not him in terms of y'all not gangsters. Thank God the prosecutors they said Utah poisoned Jordan. Yeah, I heard he was drunk. Brandon Miller, wake up. Y'all dudes in college are not killing. Yo, y'all have freaking marked out nice ass dorms, a whole bunch of snow bunnies, because you know that's what y'all love in college. A whole bunch of snow bunnies at your disposal. In a consenting manner, of course, obviously. Like dogs, please. Now, you might fall to the Knicks now, but I don't think it's because you're not getting prosecuted. Thank God. But never get a gun for your mans, bro. Let him be an idiot. Y'all dudes in college, bro, I don't understand it, son. Like, y'all not gangsters. Y'all don't even know how to fight when y'all in the games. Y'all want to shoot some? Anyway, let's move on. So Josh Hart, man. Josh Hart. First 3 games of the season. Looking lovely. Looking glorious. Magnanimous. That doesn't even make sense. Extraneous. That doesn't even make sense. Josh Hart, first 2 games for the Knicks has been more than what we've asked for. Your man is averaging 17 points. Obviously, he had that 27-point game against the, was it the Hawks? averaging around 62% from the field, 60%. Oh, excuse me, 64% from three. Obviously, the numbers have been absurd. Actually, let me change the screen. I need a freaking program manager to help me with all this. Get to my screens, man. My bootleg screens. But look, again, we talk about is the bench back, right? Obviously, numbers are gonna come down. He's not that guy. But Tom Thibodeau has said, look, he's talking about Tom Thibodeau's giving me the green light, put confidence in me, and sometimes that's all you need for a run. There have been many glue guys in the league who go on these runs with a championship run, playoff run, and killed. My favorite glue guys was James Posey. I hate the Celtics, but James Posey was one of my favorite glue guys. We have this every year. Josh Hart has been playing out of his mata. Now, if you compare it to what we had a few years, 2 years ago with Derrick Rose, obviously that's a little bit different because Derrick Rose was still giving you like all-star Derrick Rose flashes, right? Dribble, drive, penetration, kick out. IQ fed around him. Obi fed around him. You still had a really good defender in those. Well, you started because Mitch was out. It was beautiful to see Derrick Rose and his impact, to give you that last glimpse of MVP Derrick Rose, man. And Josh Hart, I think he provides value in a different way. Defense, hustling, rebounding. The game against, not the Nets. What was his first game here? What was Josh Hart's first game here with the 4 steals that he had? Hold on. Josh Hart's first game here for the Knicks was Utah, excuse me. I don't think it was Utah. He had the 4 steals, playing the passing lanes beautifully. Oh, magnifique. Hold on, let me show. I only got my what's the name show? I'm bugging out, man. I'm bugging out. Let me know if y'all, hopefully y'all don't hear this. I want to show my clips. All right, so it should be showing now. Let me know. Can y'all can't hear this, right? Y'all should not be able to hear any Josh Hart clips. And I don't have this hey, yo, why do I have 2 Nick? Sorry about that. Hold on. My bad, guys. Move this inside. But Josh Hart, excuse me. I don't know. I have phlegm again. Cold. I'm not sick, but I have post-nasal drip. But again, Josh Hart has been everything and more the Knicks have been asked for the last 3 games. Again, his numbers are going to come down, but Tom Thibodeau has been using him a little bit more in those fourth quarters. RJ Barrett's numbers, his minutes in the fourth quarters has been falling down. Was it at 6.9 now? Before it was at no, it's still 8.4. Well, it's 8.5 for the season. But if I count from Josh Hart, if I count from that 2/11/2020, the 2/11/2023, I think it's, like I said, I think it's falling down to 8.6 or 8.4, something like that. Why isn't this not working? Why? 2/11. Why is this not working? What is this? Anyway, it's dropped around 6.7. So again, like I said, let me get this real quick. I just want to be exact. Yeah, it drops to 6.9 minutes for the fourth quarters, in the fourth quarters. But Josh Hart, like I said, man, he is perfect for the bench. Now, I will say this. Who the hell is going to be initiated? Because you can't be playing Brunson these many minutes. Guy comes in or late, comes back in, and sometimes I see him come back into third. Bro, can't be having him play a lot of third quarter, get a 3-minute breather, and come back in the fourth quarter. You need somebody to initiate the offense. This is where Derrick Rose gets some minutes. I don't know, but again, rotation's going to be a lot tighter, especially with Mitchell Robinson coming back. I think Tom Thibodeau's leaning a little bit too much on Brunson. I know we're trying to make a run, but you need somebody to come in and initiate the offense. Now, Josh Hart doesn't provide you that as, I say a Derrick Rose did. But again, like I said, the defense. That Utah game, man, so many clutch. Utah, I think it was a Hawks game as well, too. So many clutch rebounds. You talk about stopping second chance points against from other teams against us. We've had a few games this season where we've lost some. I want to say the Lakers game, was it? Loose rebounds. No one's around the ball. They hit a second chance opportunity, wasting time off the clock. Josh Hart came in, bro. It's been killing. It's been killing that regard. Crashing the boards for rebounds. Come on, son. Even though, again, defensively, look at defensive rating is not the best for the Knicks. But right now, we are the first. We are number one in terms of offensive rating. Again, that's not going to hold, man. Man, Josh Hart's numbers are going to come down, but points per game, we are number one as well, too. But I think defense comes down. The three-point shooting has been magnifique. But again, with Josh Hart, man, he just does all the little things. You need some points here and there, great. Because the game, what do you have, 27 versus, was the Hawks or Brooklyn? It was 27 versus Brooklyn. That was a game R.J. Barrett stunk up, right? And that's where you need your third player to come through in a clutch. I think IQ had 15, 18 that game as well, too. Games where you need that additional rebounding. And you talk about Mitchell Robinson coming back. Again, there'd be games we probably want to play a little bit. I don't want to say play small. I don't want to say play small. But you're going to need a Josh Hart to go out there and play against your threes. Hounds, maybe rotate to a smaller floor. Maybe. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying maybe. But Josh Hart has been the perfect glue guy. And again, like I said, every minute Josh Hart play, bro, there's an indirect correlation to him and how long RJ Barrett. Because again, if not saying you wouldn't have made the trade for Josh Hart, he probably wouldn't have as much a pronounced impact. I know it's only 3 games if RJ Barrett was at third wing to be able to carry these past 3 games. Okay, not past, but carries his past 2 seasons. This season, let me say, as a third guy, because you have Brunson and Randall here. He hasn't proven that. So, again, Josh Hart, every game that Josh Hart plays well, it's not to say that Josh Hart takes over RJ, but you start to say, okay, what's the point of having RJ if I have my glue guy doing a lot of things that RJ Barrett's supposed to do? Every other game, he's filling in for things that I'm expecting RJ Barrett to do, right? Make the smart play, not force anything, hit a big shot, attack the basket. Josh Hart is very good at attacking the basket. Was he shooting 70% from at the rim? Guy finds a way to nudge himself, pause into the lane when he's driving, get the angle, get a little bit of leverage with the elbow to finish. RJ Barrett still freaking picking up his dribble at the foul line and taking these stupid, ugly steps and float. Oh, my son, RJ Barrett, why do you do this to me, bro? So, again, like I said, man, Josh Hart, this run is going to make or break RJ. But this run could also get Josh Hart paid. Now, granted, I would love for Josh Hart to stay for the Knicks. He has a player option, I think, for like $12 million. There's no way I don't think he's going to take a pay cut, which sucks. Damn, I would love for him to stay with the Knicks. How much would you pay Josh Hart? How much you pay Josh Hart? You can't pay him big bucks just because of a playoff run. But he could be the guy to get you to the second round. Now, other people on ESPN have said that. I say he could, depending, especially if we play in the first round. But he could be a guy to help you get into the second round. I'm not sure. He's not initiated, which sucks, right? You sometimes you need that guy to come in. Like, you know what it is? The best non-scoring guys I've seen. No, but he's initiated. Draymond Green. I'm going to say Draymond Green during that season, your man, when they played the Blazers, and your man KD was out. I think Steph Curry was out. It was only him and Clay. And your man Draymond Green was like the best player on the court. I know Clay had his way scoring-wise, but he was sending screens, sending the up, bro. He was amazing. Go back and watch. If you think I'm lying, the year the Raptors won, 2018-19. That Draymond Green versus the Blazers, that series, bro, that was amazing. When I look at Josh Hart, I'm not sure if I see that. Do I think he gets to the second round? Yeah, but that's also going to depend on Brunson. It's also going to depend on Brunson. I don't see Josh Hart be able to create offense. That's a tough question. I got to take that back now. Can he get you to the second round? Because they're going to – any team we play, if we play the Bucks, play the Bucks, yeah, bro, they're going to be overloading on Brunson to get the ball out of his hands, and everybody else got to create. They're going to frustrate Randall enough, and I still don't think Randall's that guy that I trust in a playoff series. Josh Hart, not sure if he has enough glue, but if guys like RJ can step up, IQ can step up, if our defense is tight enough, maybe. But like I said, Josh Hart's doing everything you need. Again, the bench is just a lot better. These last 3 games, again, 3 games, so it's a small. I would like to see, okay, when Hart is probably going to, obviously, Mitch is going to be starting. I would like to see one, again, he only has a 6% assist percentage, which is terrible. Versus last year, he had 20%. The year before that with the Cleveland, he was like 20% as well too. I want to see Hart and Josh Hart, the Hart connection. I want to see backdoor cuts. I want to see the ball. Like I want to see that man movement between Josh Hart, and I want to see Hart utilize a little bit more in the passing games, bro. It makes no sense to have this big ass freaking Nordic Viking Pons that get to the chopper, like, bro, and he could pass. Y'all can say whatever about Hart. I think he's a good passing big man. I think he's a very good passing big man. I dare say playmaker. I know I got killed for that, but it's like we don't use his talents enough, bro. In the past, it makes absolutely no sense. I'd like to see him and Josh Hart. At least see a little bit more memo. Tom Thibodeau, that's up to you, bro. That's you. So it is. Let me get to your man Hart. Since they're in the chat, man, I apologize, man. I'm just going off my notes. Motivation tab and still 20 games left. So you need the Geek Squad. Relax, bro. He's not getting many touches. End of season, he'll be 22. I don't give a flying F. That means nothing to me. That means nothing. What's his efficiency? You got 8 billion points. If you're shooting 20% from the field, it means nothing to me. Obi did something though. Hart got to share some of that dog with Obi and RJ. It's not just dog. It's hair. It's hair. It's in the brain. Josh Hart could be our Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis was I won't say scoring machine, but he was clutch. He was clutch for the Portland Trailblazers. He said Gmo versus Usman. Nah, Usman would F me up. Gmo, don't give him credit. Some of them kids are talented athletes, but rep the thug life. Look at her. No, Hernandez was a psycho. It's a big difference. To that to your son, Jammer. What I got to my son, Jammer? I know he be thinking he a thug. I agree too. Yeah, no. Yeah. You grew up with both parents. You probably have food they called it a pantry. I never knew what a pantry was until I got to high school. I said, you guys have an extra closet for food? Yeah, it's called a pantry. You could take snacks. I had a host family out in high school, right? Go to them every weekend, every Sunday, and then once a week we go to them once for once a month. And they had a pantry. And they'd be like, oh man, we don't have enough food. We gotta go to the super. I'm like, bro, they had snacks, they had Capri Suns. I'm like, yeah, I don't have food? What? I'm looking at all this food in the pantry. I saying, yeah, I don't have food? Hey, man, John Moran, son, you ain't a thug. Trust me. And you don't want to do any of that thug stuff. You are not a thug. Play your part, man. You're a basketball player. All them thugs, when they get locked up, like all them YSL dudes snitching, they wish they were in your position. Trust. They wish you're in your position. He said, Gmo, no, he likes some SBs too. Snow bunnies. Look, I got to feed everybody. I'm not a selfish person. Knicks rewatch All-Star Weekend. Hell no, that All-Star Weekend was terrible. RJ, you got 999. All right, come on, man. You're a salute from LOK Vietnam. Salute, my guy, White Lotus, man. Salute. I don't know how to speak Vietnamese. I would if I know how to speak some Vietnamese. Salute to White Lotus in the building. I appreciate you, my guy. JJ Hex messed up RJ. Come on, son. My puzzle. I sit with my guy. He says food. No, ain't no damn food poisoning. He was drunk. He said, drop stupid cash at the casino yo, bro, Jordan was a psycho, and I hated Jordan growing up. But you hear some of these stories, but he's a beast. He said, Luke's missed free throws. RJ needs to step with the threes and drive to the basket. Shooting percentage counts when looking at overall production. Agreed. Thank you, White Lotus. RJ doesn't do the things you need. Agree. Like, ask this question yourself. What is RJ Barrett's floor? What is RJ? If it's not even defense anymore. It's not three-point shooting. What is RJ Barrett's floor? For you to stick in the NBA, you need a floor. Just put it like this. Okay, if RJ Barrett's not in the Knicks, what if you're a GM for another team, right? And say there's no price on RJ Barrett. He's just a free agent. What is he doing on your team? And I'm not flipping on RJ Barrett. That's my son. I don't want to trade RJ Barrett. But you have to ask these questions like, RJ, you got to wake the F up, bro. I'm not one of these delusional Knicks fans. Every other mother effing day, dudes is freaking making an excuse for RJ Barrett. Oh, RJ Barrett, the coach got it. People talking about you got to run schemes, but anyway, let me get back to the comments. I want to get a headache. Drip more, suit my guy, 3 years for. Who y'all talking about? So when you said RJ, you said you meant just RJ's still my son, man. F you, bro. F you, bro. He says, I want RJ Pure everybody run, but the excuses have dried up. Like, all right. Who cares about poisoning other kids like them come from broken homes? Oh my! And you got kids come from broken homes who became murderers, became drug dealers, and all they wanted was a father figure in the home. All they wanted was somebody to tell them, "Yo, I love you. I'm proud of you." Maybe they wanted a talent so they could get that validation. You sitting there trying to be a thug for what? When all these guys, they all go to prison, they all gonna snitch on you, Brandon Miller. They all gonna snitch on you, Ja Morant. And Ja Morant, you skinny. You 6'3", but you skinny. You better hope they love you in prison. Because the D in the cell block A, the D in the cell block D, you might have to add a BC in your cell block, and you have to pay him some commissary. That's all I'm going to say, man. Y'all want to be thugs? All right, go ahead. Be where the thugs are. It says, what does RJ do well is a question. RJ floor is a bunker. You guys is terrible. RJ plays basketball well. Still excuse for RJ. Jarrell Williams, salute Oz. He not robbing nobody. 3 teams. So yeah, let me get to iHeart, man. iHeart's another guy that has been stepping up big time. Now, granted, obviously, the minute... Yo, why is it doing this? Why is this doing this to me, man? Que lo que, man? Let me transfer over to iHeart. Why is this doing this to me? Yeah, man, iHeart... Yeah, I really do need like a program. Y'all can't hear this, right? Y'all can't hear the sound? All right, cool. Just let me know if y'all hear it, because last time it was terrible. I was talking and trying to break down film and it was all over the place. Well, let me get to my likes. Let me. What am I doing, bro? What am I doing over here, man? I've been talking this whole time. I got all this dry mouth, man, trying to make sure I don't got the hot mouth. All for y'all. I got I appreciate y'all. I got 124 people watching. I got 64 likes, man. Please hit the like, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all. I don't want to sing, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be, you know what I'm saying, man? Get okay, man. Yeah, let me get to iHeart, man. I got to give iHeart's credit. Suits my guy, Motivational Tapping. Please go check out my man. Follow him on IG, Motivational Tapping. I'm not having StreamYards today because it's going to be a hassle to get it up. I'll probably have one on the next one. And again, I'm trying to do more weeklies, more videos. So please stay tuned. But I got you, my guy, Motivational Tapping. Please go follow him on Twitter, on Instagram. Again, Motivational Tapping. You know what I'm saying, man? Gives the word. And, you know, he's smoking the bud for the weed smokers out there. For the people that get that CBD/THC in the body. Please go check him out. But yeah, your man, iHeart, bro. The German Panzers finally arrived. It was a little bit late. Chill out. Yo. Yeah, y'all gotta chill out, man. This is German engineering right here. Y'all gotta chill out, bro. It's a little bit late. Like, I gotta breathe a little bit, because thank God he was starting to make my freaking assessments of him look terrible. Golly, but you see it, bro. After that Cleveland game, and this is again, statistically, there's some games before that were good, but I saw a change in him. That Cleveland game that we won, the one where I was taking a flight. I was coming back from Boca Raton. And I watched your man iHeart. There's a little difference to his game, bro. I don't know what it is. Now, again, the foul rate is still up there. It's actually gotten worse since this Cleveland game. But the defense has gotten better. To me, at least, even from the surface level, from the statistics, it's gotten a lot better. I'm going to get to what I think it is, per se. But again, like I said, look at the points. 6.3 versus 4.9. Now, granted, again, minutes went up because Mitch Robinson injury. I think he's still averaging around 25 minutes a game. So this is right around what he's been averaging. I want to say last year with the Clippers. Cleveland may have been averaging a little bit less. Let me just make sure again. I don't want to be statistically off. Yeah, he's averaging 20. Oh, I'm bugging out. He's averaging 19. Am I smoking crack? What did I see he was averaging 25 minutes a game? He's averaging 19.7 this season. Holy crap. I'm on drugs. I'm thinking Mitch Robinson. I'm sorry. Mitch Robinson was averaging around 24 minutes a game, 24, 25, I think, before he got hurt in the last few seasons. Now I'm going crazy. Let me just make sure, bro. I am seeing things. I don't even do drugs. Yeah, he's okay. Mitch Robinson, 27 minutes this season before he got hurt. 27 this season, 26, and then around 27.5. All right, cool. That was Mitch Robinson, not Isaiah Hartenstein. I misspoke. Excuse me. But he's averaging around 19.7 minutes this year, 17.9. So he's averaging more. Obviously, Mitch Robinson being out, Jericho Sims comes in, starts. It's kind of like the defensive buffer. But iHeart just does a little bit more with the screens, the handoffs, the passing. Even though they don't feature him enough in the freaking passing game, the offensive rebounding, the putbacks. But again, like I said, bro, your man iHeart, bro. Your man iHeart's been coming through in the Cobra clutch, bro. I got the Clips playing. Not cool. I got the Clips playing. So I'm going to just read the stats real quick again. After that Cleveland game, before and after Cleveland game, before 4.9 points, after 6.3 rebounds, before 6.1, after 8.9 offensive rebounding, before 2.7, after 3.3. You guys can't see this. Let me take this down. Let me take the video down real quick. Contested rebounds, again, he's up there in terms of elite contested rebounds. Like I said, let me get to my notes so I get the exact what's his. I want to say he's like top. I know he's top 10 in terms of contested rebounds recently. So yeah, let me see. Of course, I didn't have it here, but I know that he's So he's 7th in contested rebounds versus 39th before that Cleveland game, 57.9% versus 51.3% contested rebound. Contested rebound, total contested rebound percentage. Again, assist. They should be a lot higher. I know they doubled. I want to feature more in the passing games. It doesn't make any sense why we don't do it. Again, there needs to be more man movement implemented into this offense, especially with guys like Josh Hart and a struggling RJ Barrett, even though RJ Barrett, I don't have excuse for him, but more off-ball man movement for him. Even though they have him cutting through inside and that stuff, flashing at the foul line, especially against the zones when Randall gets posted up. Or gets double team, they feature him. But I like to see iHeart use a little bit more in the passing game. Block percentage is going up 2.5 versus 2. Team rim defense rank, we're going from, again, we still win elite teams. It's weird. People get on the Knicks and say, our defense is slow down. And in many ways it actually has, because at one point we were ranked 17th in defensive rating. I'm not sure we ranked recently. Let me see. The Knicks are 16, so we only improved a little bit. I know at one point we were at 17th, but we definitely have come down. Mitch Robinson definitely hurts. But under, again, after that Cleveland game, our team rim defense and defensive rank has improved from seventh to third. A lot of that has to do with iHeart. Now, I don't want to sit up here and overanalyze the clips, but if you just watch these clips that I put up, and a lot of these are of blocks, and defense of the rim. Now, again, annoyingly, he plays drop back. I hate the drop back defense for the most part. Does it work at times? Yes. Is it helpful at times? Yes. If you have a guard who can't shoot from the outside, or guard can't really shoot at all, needs to finish the rim. You have a Monte Ellis type, or even a guy who can't hit floaters, right? You have a guy even a guy like, say, like a TJ McConnell who's going to wait till the last second to try to make a pass, right? It may help. Even though TJ McConnell's not the worst in terms of floaters, but he's not the tallest, so you can kind of play drop back and then try to, contest the shot. So I hate the drop back. But doesn't it feel like, let me say this, man. I don't know if it's a confidence thing. Like I said, again, the foul rate, the fouling, I think it's going from like 2.6 to 3.3 in that time span that I talk about since that Cleveland game. Do y'all feel like Tom Thibodeau and the team, maybe they're coaching, but maybe like how Nerlens Noel was, in terms of, when I see it, right, he plays a drop back, but he's meeting guys at the apex of their shots in the air. I don't know what it is. Now, again, I don't know if it's, maybe the refs are getting used to his game, even though he's been in the league for a few years now. So I don't know if he's getting used to, maybe because they're just so used to calling trash on the Knicks. But you watch him, and it's like he's meeting guys at their apex. He's blocking guys at their apex, and Nerlens Noel did the same thing. Now, it's a time improvement in timing. I don't know what it is, but y'all got to give credit where credit is due. Nerlens Noel was never expected to be one of the best rim protectors in the league, and you could argue, I don't know if he was the best that year, but he was top 5. You could probably argue he was top 5 that year, 2020, 2021. And he wasn't as drop back. Actually, Nerlens Noel was kind of like the opposite. Even though he would play drop back, he kind of shuffled back, and try to meet you at the apex, despite his skinny frame whatnot. Even though I will say I miss Nerlens Noel being able to play on the outside, hedge and double off of screens. Man, that was beautiful to see because he's so agile, so fluid in his motion. Very good lateral movement when he's healthy, obviously, but he's not. But I'm telling you, bro, I don't know what it is, but he's meeting guys at the apex, and that is a Tom Thibodeau staple. Look, Tom Thibodeau and his front office, I know, not front office, but the coaching staff, what's their identity? Controlling the boards, protecting the rim. Then we got to the three-point line, that stuff. But the main thing on defense, control the boards, protect the rim. And Iheart has been playing up to par. He is going to be a weapon, especially in this playoff run if we get to the, even in the playoffs itself. The offensive, like I said, the contested rebounds, that's beautiful to see. And it's not just, the rebounds themselves, because obviously when Mitch Robinson was here, he wasn't getting as many minutes, blah, blah. But then again, like I said, the percentages have gone up. Percentage of contested rebounds that he's responsible for has gone up as well, too. So this guy's become a more physical player, getting himself dirty. How many games we've seen where we needed a shot, Randall goes up a shot, misses it, and you see Iheart flying out of nowhere for the putback. So again, it's taken some time, but Iheart's definitely, your man has stepped up big time for the Knicks. Big time, man. I just wish they would implement a 6% assist rate is not gonna cut it. You say, I swear he thinks thinks Tom Thibodeau's a no. I'm not saying that. Look. I don't even think Tom Thibodeau's sitting up there. And he doesn't work with these guys. I don't think he's doing that per se. I'm saying what the systems he's run, the defensive philosophies that he runs out there, or system, whatever you want to call it. What he runs puts those players. Now, obviously, you have to execute. And that's probably why Iheart was struggling. So I think one thing with Iheart is he plays drop back, and he didn't know how to use his body against slashers, attackers to the basket. Whereas, look, you might get dunked on a few times here and there, but meet them at the apex. Once they're at their apex, or once they're going up, they can't do anything else but continue to go up. Now, obviously, Kyrie could do a whole bunch of BS while he's in the air, but you're talking about meeting guys there. Bro, it's been a lot better in terms of Iheart's defense in the paint. You gotta give Tom Thibodeau credit. I know y'all don't want to, but if Tom Thibodeau's doing bad, I don't want to put on the players. I'm gonna put on Tom Thibodeau. So when something's going good, y'all gotta put on Tom Thibodeau. So Iheart had an Achilles issues early. They got pantries in Boca Raton, lots of them. It was for a conference. Boca Raton is terrible. Oh my, it is the worst. That L lit right now. Free Darcy. That's my guy Darcy, man. Danny Landis, so my guy RJ was in that. We hear players run what happened after he went. All right, Randall is RJ's Randall 2.0, same career trajectory. He'll be good, but is out of time frame. Plus, well, that's another thing, man. Time frames for players and teams, man. Many times, a lot of times they don't match up. Why do you think so many first rounders I won't say they bust, but they end up doing better someplace else, or they never really fulfill the expectations of the original team. But anyway, Iheart played big versus the Hawks. Yes, he did. He had what do you have? 3 blocks against the Raptors. What do you have? 4, 3 or 4, 2 to 4 maybe against the Hawks. Like I said, man, go watch this film from that Cleveland game. From the Cleveland game we won. His defense, his play on the court, his physicality has been a lot better. And again, I hate the drop back. I just think maybe it's a fair thing. He's scared of the lateral movement, or not. Well, maybe tracking back. Maybe that's it. Maybe lateral movement against smaller ball handlers. I don't know what it is, but again, with this team where you have guys like IQ, you have guys like Josh Hart, who are just smart, cerebral defenders, who are going to go out there and make the proper rotations and switch to cover you for the time being. His defense helps a lot. It's like this defense, you should not be fearful in this defense. If everybody's running what they're doing what's supposed to do, you should not be fearful of your position in this defense. And I think that Iheart is starting to click with Iheart, man. Like I said, I read all the stats, asked me blah blah, drop back, and I already told members of all things. So it is what it is. Iheart, keep doing your thing, man. Eat your food, man. We got Mitch Robinson come back. Mitch Robinson should start again. That defensive rating should start to improve again, man. That defensive range should start to improve, because Mitch can play drop back. He can defend up top, but he talk about injuries and stuff. He's getting up the injuries, even though it's his hand. But whatever. We'll see how Mitch Robinson how it translates. Less minutes for Iheart to get even better defense. We get less fouls from Iheart. Hope so. So we'll see. Let me move on. Should be the last thing we talk about tonight. Then we've been on for a while. Buyout candidates, man. Buyout candidates. So obviously a few names have been percolating. Kevin Love, now you're hearing that Miami is basically a done deal. And that the 76ers still want to have a talk. It would have been nice to have your man here, bro. It would have been nice to have a Kevin Love type here. But obviously that's not going to happen. Kevin Love is this guy who can still space from the outside, can still shoot from the outside relatively well. He's actually not statistically he's not been a terrible one-on-one defender this season. I know he's been out of Bickerstaff's a rotation for some time, but again 1v1 he's not the worst of defenders this season, despite the fact that he's up there in age and you think so. 1v1 he's in a 94th percentile in terms of isolation defense, giving up only 21.4% this season. Again, not the greatest of sample sizes. Post-ups, he's in a 93rd percentile defensively, only giving up 33.3% this season. And he's 7th in the league in taking charges. So again, Kevin Love, a guy who could space out and do what I would think Tom Thibodeau would trust Kevin Love to be able to be implemented more in a passing game. But obviously there's no space for unless you're releasing somebody, one of your bigs, or cutting minutes or something. It's not going to work. I just wish... I've wanted Kevin Love since last year. Now, I wasn't banging on the table for Kevin Love, but I would like Kevin Love to come here in some capacity, space out the floor, be that passer for this team, especially off the bench. He would have been a great bench unit, a great play off the bench for us, be able to play small. Been great for our young players, too. Get them in a proper position, get the passes to them when they're open, cutting to the basket, understand the tempo of the game, and he went good, but it is what it is. Now, the next guy up, now, obviously, I'm going to just talk about the guys who are not coming. Russell Westbrook, no. He's right with the Clippers. Thank God. It's crazy, man. Now, they people talking about Tyronn Lue's going to get to him. Is Tyronn Lue going to be able to convince this guy he's no longer a starter? Is Tyronn Lue going to be able to convince this guy that he's no longer a starter? What the hell is it? Oh, it's my virus. Did I get a virus? Is that threat secured? We safely, blah, blah, blah. Where the hell is this? I don't know what the hell that is. Thank you for protecting me, virus, whatever you are. Where was I? Kevin Love, Westbrook, yeah. Westbrook, thank God the Knicks don't even consider this dude. It is what it is. Westbrook, bro, like I said, he is an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Fun for the action and blah, blah, but there's really a lack of substance to his game. I don't think he's ever elevated his game IQ-wise. Even I will say this, the last few Lakers games I was watching, in terms of controlling the pace and the tempo, I would say he's gotten a lot better than we've seen before. But, yeah, and they're saying he's going to start for the Clips. You're going to have 3 ISO guys in Kawhi, Paul George, Westbrook. Nah. Westbrook is not the guy. I know they need so-called scoring from the guard position. Now they moved on from Steven Jackson. It is what it is. They tried with John Wall, just not healthy. And a healthy John Wall actually would have been better for them because I think he's a better playmaker for others than freaking Westbrook. But nah, I'm going on him. Patrick Beverley going to the Bulls. I would have loved Patrick Beverley on the Knicks in terms of leadership, lighting a fire, but you also have to take into account what he've gotten along with Randall and then Brunson as well too. Because I think he's the type of guy, he has this rah. And not to say people think he's phony, because I don't think he's phony, but it's like I think people think he's doing too much. Some players just think he's doing too much. And I guess the Lakers think that Lakers thing, man. LeBron, GM, man. People talk about, bruh. He is not a great GM, man. That's what I'll say, bro. I ain't trying to hate, but don't ever overestimate his impact as GM, bro. For you to bring Westbrook there, knowing that he can't shoot, he's not. Why would you do that? It's a terrible fit. But anyway, Juan Toscano Anderson could be a guy. I think you get, and Stanley Johnson. I like. Look, we're gonna have to get a. It's not gonna be a year. You gotta get a wing. Gotta get a wing with some size. Gotta get a wing with score. Like I said, Brandon Miller's my son. I would love Brandon Miller here. If he falls, that'd be great. But obviously, he was be considered like top 5 before the whole the gun thing. I don't know if he's gonna be doing that. Stanley Johnson, as defender coming in, he's solid. Could score, attack a little bit. He's not a great. He's not a great overall offensive player. He's a good defender for the wing position. But I still think you get there's so much overlapping with Josh Hart. Is like, would this guy really get missed? But again, talking about buyout guys, is he a guy that a lot of contenders are looking at like, oh, we gotta have him? And JJ just said Brandon Miller's dominating tonight. Oh my gosh! All right, let me see. So the only other guys that I would consider now, Will Barton. I said Kevin Love. Will Barton is a player I like. His defense has not been great the past few seasons, though. Now, in terms of scoring, this guy is just a year removed from what the Denver Nuggets was averaging 14.3 points. Was it 38% from three? Was it? Is it 38% from three with the Nuggets? 39% from three with it. No, my bad. As I was Dick Kevin. But anyway, and Will Barnes is a solid player, a decent slasher. You know, his finishing could be a little bit better. But you're just talking about for a wing to come in, guys get hurt, can come in, could be a plug and play guy. You know what I'm saying? Even though again he's not the greatest of defenders, he's not a great defender. He hasn't been for the past few seasons. See, I got mad phlegm. So if he comes in, is he gonna get minutes? 10, 15 minutes a game? Oh, Snowfall is back? Oh, my show. Anyway. I just wonder, it's like, spot up guy, he's good. And again, you know, he fouled the rotation for the Wizards a while ago. I know he was hurt. I want to say he was hurt. I want to say it was hurt. Was it hamstring? With Will Barton? I'm not sure. So it's really tough to say, man. Him and Josh Hart, I'd rather have Josh Hart in there or Will Barton. He's only 1 inch tall. I actually thought he was like 6'8". He's only 6'6". He's, I think, like 32 years old. I think Tom Thibodeau would have he would have use for him if Josh Hart wasn't here and if they weren't still giving heavy minutes to RJ Barrett. But maybe, he's probably going to go to another team anyway. He's not going to take just fringe minutes for the Knicks, so I think that worked. The guy that I actually think, now, granted, he's not a good three-point shooter. He's too injury prone, very injury prone at this point. The guy that I actually think would actually fit the Knicks if he's healthy enough for a playoff run would be John Wall. Now, you're talking about a guy who can still, when he's healthy, right now he's dealing, I think John Wall was the one dealing with a hamstring issue. Oh, no, abdominal issue. He should be out 2 weeks or something like that. Or he's supposed to be out for 2 weeks with that. John Wall for a playoff run as your secondary guard off the bench could take minutes off of Brunson, spell Brunson a little bit. Maybe he's not in the closing lineup, but he forces the other teams to bring in their starters a lot earlier in games, back off the bench. Again, he's not a great three-point shooter. Defense is going to suffer. The injury issues are there. But John Wall, 15, 20 minutes a night. Again, Tom Thibodeau plays with tight rotations. I understand. This is not a big-time deal with John Wall. The guy just gets hurt too much. I'm just saying if he's healthy. You have a guy who could... They said we have enough. I feel you. I'm just saying we do not have creators. That is the one thing this team is missing. I understand big wings as well too. That's a guy I want, a player I want. We need a versatile wing. But I think it's gonna come from the draft, right? But if you talk about guards who can create, bro, I'm just saying. I know, yes, we need guys who can show up because I get it. But if he was dirt cheap for a run. I'm just saying, man. If you're trying to truly get back to what you have with Derrick Rose, again, this guy, John Wall, is probably not going to be closing games. You have him in there for 15 minutes to create for you. Take minutes off of Brunson. Spell him a little bit more. I'm just saying. I know people are going to kill me for that, but there's some magic. I don't say magic. There's some guys be had in this buyout market. Will Barton probably be the best fit in terms of wing player, especially if RJ continues to struggle. Have a wing to be able to do a little bit of a catch and shoot, rebound a little bit, crash the boards for you, do a little dirty work, and play alongside Josh Hart. Maybe not, close out in fourth quarters, but again, do all the dirty work you need for you. So we'll definitely see. But guys, I appreciate you guys being here, man. This has been a long weekly. And there's some other things I still want to talk about, man. But I appreciate you guys being here, even with all my freaking faux pas and all my freaking websites and what's name's not working properly, man. I appreciate you guys being here. Let me see how many likes we got. We got 79 likes, man. If I get 100 likes before we leave, bro. 134 watch. I appreciate you guys being here. I'll probably do some more. I'll probably do some film review, man, next time. Excuse me, some deeper film review. I like doing the film reviews. But I want to talk about, again, this second half coming up. Excuse me, I got mad phlegm. The second half coming up, we got an important run to make, man. 22 games left. We're not going to get to 50 wins, I don't think. But it's 46, 47 out the question. Does that get us to that fifth spot, especially with the Nets struggling? No, excuse me, with the Nets I would say they rebuild, but their changes, the Hawks possibly falling out of the race with all their issues, them trying to find a new coach. I'm just saying, the last time they got rid of a coach, they went on a run. The last time they got rid of a coach, they went on a run. So I can't even say all that. Maybe a new voice does some wonders for them. But F the Hawks, F the Nets. I want that 5th spot badly. Not get the 50 wins. It is what it is. There's some games that we had to have, bro. There's some games we had to have this season. We lost. But it is what it is, man. But let me know what you guys think. Is Hart finally, is he back? Is Josh Hart the perfect impact player? Is RJ Barrett versus IQ? Who's going to be that third guy? Who is that third guy for the Knicks? We look at the fourth quarter numbers. We look at IQ's recent numbers after that the Spurs game. We looked at RJ Barrett's pre and post All-Star numbers, which definitely takes a rise up in proficiency, overall proficiency. What do you guys think, man? I appreciate you guys being here. To all the people in the chat, man, peace, Lou, God bless. Nick Yak, Kevin Middleton, John Wall, he said me, Hart, Brunson closing games. He says 5th seed and 47 wins. We need to win the head-to-head games down the stretch. You know, let me go through this real quick. Let's go through this real quick. The games you think we're going to win. We have 33 games right now before we close out. So we got Washington at Washington. Is that a win? Yes. Because I think Tom Thibodeau adapts better to Kuzma's wing play than he did the first time around. And I think that Tom Thibodeau is a decent coach in terms of the second games we come out with a better game plan. Now, in terms of in-game adapting, if Kuzma gets hot again like he did, just shoot him. We have Josh Hart now, which helps. But Josh Hart, it's not as if Josh Hart's a lockdown defender. Versus New Orleans, that could be a win. Boston, I think we win one of these Boston games. I think we win this one. We lose the one at Boston. No, you know what? I think we win the one at home. We lose the one. Sorry, we lose the one at home, win the one at Boston. Given the fact that we hate playing at MSG. Versus Brooklyn, I still think we beat them. I'm not scared of Cam Thomas. He's a volume shooter. And him and Dinwiddie, like I said, I've been watching a few of their games, bro. The game where your man Cam Thomas had 20 off of 20. How many points? He had like 20 points, I think. But it was off of like 3 for 16. It was something terrible. He's going to the line, though. It was piss poor. They still got to find their perfect so-called happy medium between those two. You got two guys. I won't call him, well, Cam Thomas is a ball hog. Dinwiddie, I think, just tries to initiate way too much. And he got used to his role with the Mavericks. But they got a lot of kinks they got to iron out on that team. And I think we could beat that team even in Brooklyn. Like I said, Boston at Boston, I think we win that one. I think we lose a one at home. Charlotte, I think we beat. Now, Clippers in LA. That's going to be tough because this is going to be a 3-game road trip. I think we lose to the Clippers, but I think we beat LA Lakers. I'm not scared of the Lakers. I know AD is back. Again, Josh Hart coming in should be a lot better. Again, Randall should be getting beat backdoor, pause, like he did last game. That Lakers team, bro, they come on, son. They're not them. Now Westbrook is good. Westbrook had a good game against us. Of course he does. I'm not scared of Lakers team. Portland team. Now I got to check to see if these are back-to-backs. The Portland team, I think we beat them, but I don't like the athletic guards. I don't like Simons, Shaden versus us. Their team that they get hot. It's weird. They've been games. They got hot. IQ got hot, and we still lost. Like the game IQ had 30-something, and we still lost. But again, Dame is another one. I've seen him have games this season, 10 assists, games where he's had 30-some points. So, is it an easy win? I'm not. I think we beat them. I don't like if Nurkic comes back. I'm not sure how long. No, Nurkic is back. I don't like Nurkic versus Mitch. Nurkic is a rebounding machine typically versus Mitch. Let me see. So yeah, Wizards Pelicans is back to back. None of these let me see the West Coast trips. So Clippers Lakers are back to back. I think we could lose to the Clip. Oh, then we play Sacramento too. Oh, Sacramento. I miss Sacramento. Sacramento, I can see us losing to. So I'll say this. I think we beat the Lakers and the Blazers. I think we lose to Sacramento and the Clippers. Even though I'll say this. Sacramento, their offense looks really good. Sharing of the ball. Sabonis and Fox have a great two-man tandem. Keegan Murray can hit from outside, bro. He is turned to a nice little wing weapon for them. Harrison Barnes has been having like games of 15, 18, 20 points here and there. It's like, dude, when are you going to retire, bro? And Kevin Huerter, too, can hit from out. Bro, they have a solid offense. Defensively, though, like y'all watched that Phoenix game, I think it was the last game before the break, bro. They can be scored on. Their defense is shite. I don't know what defensive ranking is, but I watched a few games of the Kings, bro. You can score in the Kings. Excuse me, I got phlegm killing me right now, bro, because I'm talking. All the phlegm wants to freaking go down to where my nose is. They can be had. So they said this schedule isn't very scary. Let's check the schedule right now. According to Tankathon, I know it's a snapshot in time. It is, was it 8th? So I think we go 2-2 on that West Coast trip. Denver Nuggets at home, we lose to. Minnesota Timberwolves, we can have them. They soft. That Timberwolves teams, they're not playing for each other. They want to give up now. That Denver game, I know Denver's a good team. Denver was killing by like 40, bro. That Timberwolves team is soft. So you get him out the element. You get your man Anthony Edwards just jacking up threes because he doesn't want to pass it to him. Soft. Gobert still solid in the pit. Soft. That's not a team playing for each other, bro. So we beat the Miami Heat at Miami Heat. I think we lose that one. I think we beat Orlando. And again, that's a back-to-back. Miami-Orlando, that's a back-to-back. So I do think we beat Orlando. But that could be a trap game because you're going out there trying to overexert yourself versus the Heat, who are going to do one and a half games behind us. Do you sit up there and try to sit these guys early versus the Heat? If they're right behind us, sit some of your key starters. If the game is not going to play in the fourth quarter, and you're like, you know what? We down by 15 with like 7 left to go, man. We got a game tomorrow versus the Magic. Let's try to beat them. I'm not sure you do that. So we got Miami Heat, Orlando Magic back-to-back. Then you got the Rockets in 4 days. Golly, that's a crazy break. Then you got the Miami Heat again on the 29th. So I think we beat the Rockets because the Rockets right now, as talented as they are, that coach and Paul Silas, or not, what his name is, Silas, he got to go. Those guys are not playing. Their best player is Alper and Sengun, but they can be had. They are not. They play as individuals on that team right now. Excuse me. Orlando Magic, Houston Rockets, Miami Heat. I think we beat them at home. Then you got Cleveland at Cleveland. That's gonna be a true barometer game, bro. I'm not sure we beat Cleveland at Cleveland. Because you have one game where your man, again, we had that tough game at the Garden. And if I remember, was it Randall had, no, it was Brunson. Like our bench didn't have like a crazy scoring game. It was all defense really from the bench. And it was still a close game. Remember Garland, Donovan Mitchell was looking for that foul. He didn't get it. At the end of the game, didn't Garland have like 29 that game? I could be wrong. I want to say Garland had like 20-something that game. Let me see. I hate getting stats wrong. And then I want to say Garland had 29 that game. I got mad phlegm. Let me see. Box score. Garland. I'm sorry, he had 22. I'm bugging out. Why do I think he had 29? Donovan Mitchell had 24. Jared Allen had 24. Why am I thinking he had 29? It's the first game? I'll be bugging out. He didn't have 29, he had 22. So I think we lose that one in Cleveland. The Wizards, you play them in New York. I mean, they'll be fighting for a spot too because they're fighting right now for the play-in. So again, a lot of teams are fighting for the play-in, man. I'm not sure they're going to be easy wins. Guys' legs might get a little bit tired. Again, who's our secondary initiator on offense, alongside Brunson. It's not IQ. It's not really Josh Hart. And that's what I'm looking for to say, okay, maybe Brunson doesn't burn out by the playoffs. Do we beat the Wizards? I don't know. Indiana Pacers? I think we got the Pacers. I think we got the Pacers number. Hold on, let me see. Is that away? No, yeah, that's away. That's just my bad. That's away at Indiana. New Orleans, I think we beat. And then, even though the West right now, West is trash. It's not KD, Kyrie out there, but the West is the West could be had. Even the Pelicans had number 2 at one point. Not at number 7, 30 and 29. But that West is like that. So, and they'd be fighting for their spots as well too. The Pelicans, even though Zion throws everything out of whack. Brandon Ingram come back. That's a tough one too, man. I think we could lose in New Orleans. I think Indiana. I think we beat Indiana both games, home and away. I think we beat them both games. I'm not scared of Indiana. I know Halliburton's nice. Mathurin is. I'm just not scared of that team. Turner might be hurt again. I'm not scared of losing to that team. Has Halliburton had a game? No, he has had a game. He has had a game. But yeah, so we had Washington win. That's one. New Orleans won. Lose to beat Boston at Boston. Beat Brooklyn. Lose to Miami. Beat Boston at Boston. Beat Charlotte. Lose to the Clippers. And I'm sorry, I forgot Sacramento here. I don't know how I missed Sacramento. Then you have the Clippers, the Lakers, Portland. Lose to the Clippers, beat the Lakers, beat Portland. Lose to Denver, beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. Lose to Miami, beat Orlando, beat Houston. Beat Miami. Lose to Cleveland. Toss it with Washington because they'll be fighting. Hold on, let me see. They'll be fighting for that playing spot. But honestly, it's not just a playing spot because they could fight for anywhere. Washington could fight for anywhere from that 9 to the 7 spot. Maybe the 9 to 6 spot. I mean, 5 games back. 5 games back. 4 games back. Excuse me. I can't even do math. Of us. So they're right there. It depends on how everything falls out for the rest of the season, obviously. But they could be fighting anywhere. And again, the Hawks might be dropping or could be dropping. Maybe they don't. Maybe there's enough turmoil to throw those guys out of whack for the rest of the season. Raptors will be fighting too. I gotta check out what the schedule is for some of these guys beneath too. The Raptors obviously we don't play them again, but Raptors gonna be a tough out. Bulls, man, your man DeMar DeRozan he looks checked out, bro. He's past how many games I was watching, bro. Like that Nets game where he just didn't even he didn't want to score. I think Levine had like 20. Like 29, 30, something like that. Versus the Nets, your man DeMar DeRozan did not. He didn't give a flying F, bro. And in Washington, I'll take that. I'll take it as a win because we're playing them at home. I'll say Washington we beat, but Indiana, I say we beat. New Orleans, I think we lose that one at New Orleans because they're still in the thick of things. It's just their team is. They get Zion back. Got Ingram, you got your man Herb Jones. Obviously, Trey Murphy having this year. And by the way, all people like to kill me. No one gives me no credit for saying take Trey Murphy. Yeah, chill. Let me chill. Everybody want to kill me. Oh, Gmo this. Oh, Gmo that. But no one gives me no respect for no Trey Murphy. Yeah, cool. Yeah, good. Yeah. I'm only joking, man. I'm just talking about Ish, man. And I think we beat Indiana. So hold up. I'm stupid. Let me count this one more time. Washington. New Orleans, Boston, one of them, Brooklyn, Miami, Charlotte, Portland, Lakers, Minnesota, Orlando, Houston, Miami, Washington, Indiana. That's 15. Unless I can't count. 48 wins. You said, I don't know about 48 wins, man. I don't know about 48 wins, bro. I'd take 45. I'd take 45 to 47 wins. I'd take 45 to 47 wins at best. I don't know about 48 wins. All the win totals that people predicted still there online. Yeah, what was mine? I predicted. I said if they all get it together, what did I say? 45. I might be in the same range. I may have said 45. I may have said 45 to 47. Please tell me what I said. I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting exactly what I said. All right, Almighty Finesse. Chill out. You're doing too much. I only think a few more now looking at the schedule. Mike Boy, I think I said 42. Oh, SB Talk Sports, salute my guy, man. Real takes over fake debates. Please go subscribe to my brother's channel, man. Real takes over fake debates. Please post your channel. Let me make you a mod, my guy. I'll make you a mod, man. Post your channel in the chat, my guy, so people can follow you. They want to follow your bum ass Yankees, Chargers, and Bulls, man. Random ass teams, bro. Random ass teams. What's wrong with you? But anyway, I think it's 45 to 47. There's gonna be a 4th seed. That Cleveland Knicks game. That's an L. I don't think. Yeah, Cleveland. They're a weird team, man. They are a weird team. I feel they should have beaten us, and they didn't that game. Our bench did not do nothing scoring wise. But they played like the most clutch defense I've seen. And the game before that, the one we won, so we're 2-1 against Cleveland. That other game where your man Donovan Mitchell didn't start. He tried to be a superhero in the first half. The second half he turned on. We had no answer. We had Grimes on him. He was killing Grimes. Grimes had no answer from him. That's what that team is weird. It's like Cleveland could beat us. It's like your man Donovan Mitchell, again, he tried to play hero ball and he woke up and it's like we got to the end of the game right in time. Right in time for him not to kill us. Someone said we're going 51 to 30. I don't know about all that. You guys is bugging out, man. You guys is bugging out. But it is. But guys, I appreciate you guys being here, man. This was a fun live. I'm going to have some guests next time. I apologize, but, I'm trying to get back into the thick of things. I got my portfolio review last week. Thank God. Still got work to do, but I do some work right now. But definitely have some time to do a weekly, man. Want to do it especially before the game on Friday. Some people asked me to do something at Legends. I might be able to do something this Friday. Let me call those guys. Hopefully I have no damn events this time, but if we could do something on Friday, I'll definitely try to do that. We also have a game on Saturday, so please stay tuned for that. But guys, at the end of this video, please leave a like, leave a comment at the end of the video, sub to the channel if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys being here, man. You guys are the best. Susan in the building, man. PDP, Almighty Finesse, even though he's saying some ridiculous stuff. Nick Yak. So tell you guys, I'm Jerry Fitz. Block 53, salute my guy, David L. Alton Lee. Fly Mac, you freaking troll. PDP. And my brother, PDP. That's my guy, man. Jerry Fitz. Like I said, Mike Boy. Maria Slaughter, Eric G. Salute my guy, DeSalvi. Salute. JJ, Nurkic still out. I thought he came back. I thought I bet. Did I bet on him recently? I thought he came back. And I watched Rent. You might be right. I don't think he might not be back. Let me see. Drip Mobaku, salute. The Smoking Nick, salute my guy. Hadouken Sharon, call me an old man. F you, boy. Yeah, I thought I died. Not so lucky. No one thought you. Yeah, this guy, man. Josh Smooth, who's been commenting the whole night, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate your support, man. Please stay tuned for the lives and as well as other weeklies, man. Take videos. I appreciate you, my guy. Go Child. Eric G, my brother, man. Salute. They talking about Derek Carr. Eric G. Derek Carr. White Mike, salute my guy. Nick Yak, Kenny Payne, salute. Paris Duggar, salute. Hazansky Gaming, salute my guy. He's a Magic fan, by the way. MH, salute my guy. Talking about Gmo, long time no see, man. I appreciate your patience, man. That's all I can say, man. I love all the tea. Of course, let them hate. Let them hate. Let them hate while we clean up at Rookie of the Year, award shows with Rookie of the Year. As we good. I don't even listen. We good. We good. Gmo think Room invisible. Who JB got? Do bad things get caught. So tell you guys, man, I appreciate you. You said the Knicks would be 8-12. I'll take Carr. I like Carr. I remember Sherman saying the Knicks would start at 8-22. They said they would close 9-27. We had 36 games, 17, 9 pick 38 wins. I'm too. You know, I think it is too, man. Brunson is the impact of Brunson. Brunson impact, there are a lot of games, even the games we lost, they're games that if we didn't have a Brunson type, it's like you lose that by 10, 15. You don't even think you have a chance in that. And Brunson, again, this year has carried us so many games. Even in games that we think that without a Brunson, you should be able to at least have a decided victory. He's carried us. And people say, oh, it's not his in passing. But if you look around the guys he's passing to, Grimes is missing shots. RJ's missing shots. So who's he passing to? Who you passing to? He said, in 02 and glad these young bucks generations whack. Of course, huh? You already know what it is, White Mike, man. We here, bro. But I appreciate you guys, man, beating Boston. I think we're going to lose for Boston in the Garden. And I try to get tickets. The tickets are expensive for that game, boy. Golly. Stupid. Sucks, too, man. I really want to see that game. But I will be at the Heat game, the next one in the Garden in March. That should be another fun game, man. But, guys, I've been talking way too long, man. Peace, God bless. I'll see you guys later. We are out. Peace.